If you're past 60 and you've noticed your energy dwindling, your performance in the bedroom isn't what it used to be, and you're starting to question whether your best days are behind you, listen closely. Because what I'm about to reveal might genuinely surprise you, and it just might change everything. Believe it or not, 3 common nuts, yes, actual nuts you can find at any grocery store, may hold the secret to boosting your energy, reigniting your vitality, and bringing back the kind of blood flow and sexual function you thought was long gone. No prescriptions, no fancy supplements, just whole, natural foods that work directly with your body to restore what time has tried to take away. My name is Dr. Moheit Kara. For over 30 years, I've helped men regain their strength, their confidence, and their sense of masculinity. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Growing older doesn't mean surrendering. It means being smarter about how you take care of yourself. What most men don't realize is that these 3 specific nuts support healthier circulation, firmer erections, and more balanced hormone levels, simply by aligning with your body's natural systems. In this video, you'll learn how each nut works, why using them together creates even better results, the single most common mistake that blocks progress, a simple, effective routine that could help you feel revitalized quickly. Before we dive in, if you haven't done so yet, take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you'll always be in the loop when we release new content designed specifically to help men over 60 feel stronger, more energized, and more empowered. And if anything I share resonates with you, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your feedback helps me improve and tailor these videos to your needs. Nut number 1, walnuts, the circulation champion. Let's kick things off with a nutritional powerhouse that no man over 60 should overlook. This nut plays a vital role in supporting healthy blood flow, improving circulation, and laying the groundwork for long-lasting and dependable performance. Let me introduce you to the nut I call the circulation champion, the walnut, a real-life example, Tom's experience. One of my patients, Tom, age 68, came into my office one afternoon, clearly disheartened. He told me, "Doc, my body just isn't responding. I want to be there for my wife, but it's not working the way it used to." It's something I hear more often than you might imagine. And for Tom, like many others, the root problem wasn't a lack of desire, it was compromised circulation. Why walnuts matter? This is exactly why we start with walnuts. They may look ordinary, but they pack a powerful punch when it comes to vascular health. When blood flow weakens, everything else follows: energy, mental sharpness, and yes, sexual performance. Strong circulation is the foundation for all of it. How walnuts work. Walnuts are a rich source of L-arginine, an amino acid that serves as a key building block for nitric oxide in the body. Nitric oxide is a signaling molecule that relaxes blood vessels, promoting smoother, more efficient blood flow. When we're younger, our bodies produce it in abundance. But after age 60, those levels begin to drop significantly. That's where walnuts step in. They help replenish this natural function, keeping your arteries supple, open, and responsive. Additionally, walnuts are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, known for their anti-inflammatory properties and cardiovascular benefits. And for any man looking to enhance performance, both of these functions matter deeply. Some of my patients have reported that simply adding a small handful of walnuts to their evening routine brought real results within a few short weeks. They experienced improved morning firmness, clearer focus, and increased stamina throughout the day. It's not a magic trick. It's simply your biology doing what it's designed to do, once given the proper support. And what's even better is that walnuts are incredibly easy to add to your daily life. No prescriptions, no gimmicks, just a natural remedy your body recognizes and responds to. So, if you've been running low on energy, if your erections feel weaker than they used to, or if your drive has taken a dip, starting with walnuts might be a surprisingly effective first step. Nut number 2, pistachios, the erection enhancer. Walnuts are just one piece of the puzzle. The next nut not only boosts blood circulation, it actively enhances erection quality and staying power. And unlike hearsay or trends, this has been supported by actual clinical trials. If you're still following along and this information is resonating with you, go ahead and drop a 1 in the comments. It lets me know this message is reaching the men who need it most. Let's move on to our second nutritional powerhouse, the pistachio. Case study, Richard's turnaround. A while back, I worked with a gentleman named Richard. He was 72, in generally good health, but increasingly discouraged. Mentally, I'm ready, he told me, but my body just isn't cooperating. He had tried the usual medications, but they left him feeling off dizzy, flushed, and uncomfortable. What he was searching for was a more natural route, something that supported his system rather than overriding it. That's when I introduced him to pistachios. Why? Pistachios work. Often seen as just a casual snack, pistachios are far more powerful than they look. In fact, they're one of the only foods shown in scientific studies to naturally improve erectile function. In one eye-opening study from Turkey, men who ate pistachios daily for just 3 weeks saw marked improvements in erection strength, duration, and overall satisfaction. No pharmaceuticals, just nutrient-dense food with a real effect. Like walnuts, pistachios are high in arginine, which aids nitric oxide production and enhances blood flow. But what really sets them apart is their unique mix of antioxidants, heart-healthy fats, and plant sterols. These compounds help reduce vascular inflammation, lower LDL cholesterol, and keep your circulatory system in top shape. All of this leads to one powerful result: better performance with greater confidence and far less frustration. When Richard began including a small serving of pistachios in his afternoon routine, usually just after lunch, the changes were noticeable in just a couple of weeks. He began waking with firmer erections, experienced more spontaneous desire, and most importantly, he felt like his body was finally coming back online. He shared with me, "It's like a switch flipped. My system just started working again." If you've been feeling disconnected from your physical self, or if anxiety around performance has slowly crept in, pistachios could be the overlooked solution you need. They're inexpensive, widely available, and surprisingly effective. Nut number 3, Brazil nuts. The hormonal support you didn't know you needed. But what if I told you there's one more nut that goes beyond improving circulation or strengthening erections, one that actually works from within to support your hormones? It's a game changer for testosterone, energy levels, and even prostate health. And among all 3, this one might be the most essential. Real story. Meet Gary. Gary was 66 when he came to see me. Bright, active, still deeply connected to his wife, but something felt off. "I just don't feel like myself," he said. "I've got no energy. My interest in sex is dropping. It's like I'm slowing down no matter how hard I try to fight it." He was doing the right things, daily walks, eating well, but there was something missing beneath the surface. That's when I asked him about selenium. His reaction was typical. He'd never even heard of it. Why Brazil nuts are a hidden gem. Brazil nuts are unlike your average snack. They're incredibly rich in selenium, a trace mineral that plays a critical role in men's health. Just 1 or 2 nuts a day can significantly enhance testosterone levels, improve sperm quality, and help maintain prostate health. Here's the catch. Your body can't make selenium on its own. You have to get it through food, and the older you get, the more important it becomes to stay on top of it. When Gary began eating just 1 Brazil nut each morning, things gradually began to improve. His mood lifted, the mental fog cleared, and he felt a renewed sense of drive. But by the end of the month, the biggest shift appeared. His libido returned not as a forced effort, but as a natural response. It was as if his body had been waiting for this subtle nudge to feel masculine again. The power of one simple habit. What makes Brazil nuts so compelling is their simplicity. You don't need a bowlful. In fact, eating too many can be counterproductive. But 1 single nut a day acts like a small daily reset for your hormones, helping to balance testosterone, stabilize energy, and keep your performance steady. So, if you've been feeling like your inner spark is fading, like fatigue is taking hold, or if your desire just isn't what it once was, this small change could be the gentle nudge your body's been waiting for. What happens when you combine all three nuts? So what really happens when you bring all three of these into your daily rhythm? Walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts, not just occasionally, but as a consistent practice? The answer might surprise you, because it's not just the individual nutrients that matter. It's how these foods work in synergy, enhancing and multiplying each other's benefits. This kind of combination matters more than most men think. The power of combining forces. After years of working with men, one truth stands out. Healing and transformation don't come from isolated efforts, they come from synergy, from multiple systems working together in harmony. And that's what happens when you make these three simple nuts a regular part of your day. Each one offers valuable support on its own, but when combined, the effect is greater than the sum of its parts. Your body doesn't just receive nutrition, it experiences alignment. Dan's story, a transformation from routine. One of my patients, Dan, age 71, had tried each of these nuts separately over time. Sometimes he'd snack on pistachios for a few weeks, then stop. Later, he'd read about walnuts and give those a go, but he never felt any lasting results. It was inconsistent. He finally came to me saying, "Doc, I've been doing all this stuff, but honestly, I feel the same." So I gave him a challenge. Don't just try them, commit. All three nuts, every day, for 3 weeks. No guessing, no skipping. After 21 days, he returned with a different tone. "I don't know what's happening, but I have more energy in the morning. I feel more clear, and my wife says I'm more engaged, more present." That word, stuck presence, that's what this daily habit can bring back. Not just physical strength or sexual stamina, but a fuller connection to your body and your life. Why it works so well together. Each nut plays a distinct role. Walnuts increase circulation, allowing for better blood flow to your brain, heart, and yes, your erection. Pistachios build on that by strengthening erection quality and helping you last longer. Brazil nuts work deeper, rebalancing hormones and reigniting the drive that makes you feel like yourself again. Together, they address the three most common struggles older men face: reduced energy, weakening performance, and declining desire. A routine that actually works. What's truly powerful is that this entire process takes just 5 minutes a day. No big lifestyle overhaul, no elaborate meal prep, just a few intentional choices that set your biology up for success. But even the best daily plan can be undone. And the biggest threat to your success is something I see far too often. Let's talk about that next. 6. Your daily vitality routine. Step outside shortly after waking, even if just for a few minutes. Let natural sunlight touch your skin and face. This helps regulate your internal clock, activates hormone production, and supports your body's natural ability to generate testosterone. While soaking in the light, take 10 slow, deep breaths from your belly. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. This practice soothes your nervous system, lowers stress hormones like cortisol, and signals that your body is ready for connection and intimacy. As the coffee brews, perform 10 pelvic floor contractions, the same muscles you'd use to pause urination. These simple squeezes strengthen the core support system behind erections, enhancing both firmness and endurance over time. Then enjoy a nourishing breakfast that includes a small serving of both walnuts and pistachios. These nuts are rich in key nutrients that stimulate blood flow, increase nitric oxide production, and sustain the energy you need to feel fully alive and confident. Altogether, this takes less than 10 minutes, yet the long-term impact is profound. It's not about intensity or drastic change. It's about consistency. Each habit reinforces the next, gradually supporting your hormones, circulation, nervous system, and muscular strength and harmony. The final message: don't settle. Here's what I truly want you to remember. You are not broken. You are not past your best years, and you are far from out of options. Maybe all you need is a method that works with your body, honors your age, and helps you reconnect with the man you still are. So don't settle. Don't resign yourself to thinking this is just how things will be. Begin with a single small action: one Brazil nut, one mindful breath, one quiet step into the morning sun. There is still so much strength, energy, and desire inside you. It just needs the right support to rise again. Midday. When the afternoon slump hits, reach for a small portion of unsalted pistachios. Not only do they help stabilize your blood sugar and circulation, but they also provide vital nutrients that support stronger erections and lasting endurance. And as a bonus, they're a delicious and easy snack. Evening. Around an hour before you wind down for the night, grab a modest handful of walnuts. These help restore blood vessel function overnight, reduce internal inflammation, and prepare your body for deep, restorative sleep. Think of them as night fuel for repair and recovery. That's all it takes. 3 simple steps you can repeat every day. But don't let their simplicity fool you. I've seen these small acts profoundly transform the lives of men who once felt their best years were behind them. Energy returned, confidence grew, connection deepened. Not because they chased perfect health, but because they consistently gave their body the right support at the right time. Before we finish though, I want to leave you with something even more important, something deeper than food or routine. Because behind every physical breakthrough is a mental one. And this final message might just shift how you approach the rest of your life. 7. Conclusion. If you've stayed with me this long, let me speak to you now not as a doctor with a white coat, but as someone who has sat with hundreds of men in your shoes. Men who once felt their strength slipping, their vitality fading, and their self-assurance slowly disappearing. Men who spent years giving to others, building lives, and then one day quietly asked themselves, what happened to me? Where did I go? That question isn't rare, and asking it doesn't make you weak. It makes you human, and more importantly, it means you still care. You still want to live fully, love deeply, and feel like yourself again. And the good news is, you absolutely can. You now understand the power of 3 humble foods: walnuts to stimulate blood flow and keep your vessels flexible, pistachios to enhance erection quality and performance, and Brazil nuts to bring hormonal balance and safeguard your prostate, all from just a daily serving. Individually, each one helps, but together they form a trio that restores your heart, fuels your hormones, and rekindles your masculine energy. This isn't hype, it's biology. It's your body returning to what it was designed to do, once you give it what it needs. The secret is consistency. 1 Brazil nut in the morning, a handful of pistachios in the afternoon, a few walnuts before bed. They're more than just snacks. They're reminders. Each one says, I'm still here, I still matter, and I still deserve to feel strong, vital, and connected. Because real transformation doesn't just show up in the mirror. It reveals itself in how you walk, how you speak, and how you show up for the people you love. Stand tall, feel present, reconnect with the people who matter most. I've seen this shift happen more times than I can count. The return of a spark, a lightness in the way a man carries himself, a deeper warmth in his relationships, not because of a miracle, but because he made a simple choice: to stop believing the story that age had closed the door on vitality. So if something in today's message stirred something inside you, if even a small part of it reached that quiet place within that's been waiting to be acknowledged, I encourage you to begin. Start today. Keep it simple, but stay consistent. Fuel your body with care. Reclaim your energy, your confidence, your sense of self, and show the world and yourself that your best chapters are still being written. You still have time, you still have power, and you are still very much a man worth investing in. Let's keep that fire burning. If this video gave you even a sliver of hope, a new insight, a clearer path forward, or just a much-needed reminder that your health matters, I'd be truly grateful if you click the like button. It helps spread this message to more men who need it. Know someone who could use this? A friend, a brother, a father? Share it with them. You never know how far a single video can reach. And I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Let me know what stood out to you, what you're going to put into action, or even just say, I'm starting today. That first step matters, and sharing it might inspire someone else to take theirs. Your voice, your presence, your progress, that's what drives this mission. And if you feel moved to support this channel so we can keep producing thoughtful, empowering content for men over 60, consider making a small donation using the link in the description. Every bit helps us reach more men with real tools and real hope. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. And most of all, thank you for believing that you're not finished yet.